Kuf Mem Tet. Gemara is continuing the discussion of a Shchiv Meirah in the Mishnah. Earlier on in Kuf Mem Vav and Bababatra, the Mishnah said that a Shchiv Meirah gives everything away, then it does not count, as we discussed in the previous year, Kuf Mem Chet. But if he left something for himself, then that means he had a stable mind. He says, I know I may die, and therefore I'm giving away, but I may stay alive, and I'm leaving something for myself. So what does that mean? I'm leaving something for myself. What amount? How much? So the Gemara says, Kedei Parnasato, enough to sustain himself. So what does that mean? So if he has karka, enough to be sustained from that. If he has money and he earns interest from the money, then enough to sustain for himself for that. If he has chora, business, enough to be sustained from that. And that's how it goes. That's how it works. And the Ramah brings us down in Reish Nun and Hosh and Mishpat. The Ramah discusses it, that he needs to go ahead and leave enough, either land or schora merchandise or money that he could profit from there. And the Sma, commenting on the Ramah, writes, has to be enough for him and his family. He brings down a possibility for how long? So one possibility for a year. Enough to sustain himself for a year, and then he could go ahead and reorganize his parnasa. But he concludes not that way, the Sma. He says, no, it's not for a year, it's for life. He needs to have a viable profession. Meaning, this person on his deathbed, he thinks, there's a good chance I'm going to die now, and therefore I'm going to give away most of my money. But I may stay alive. You never know God's ways, and therefore I want to leave a proper way to mefanes to sustain myself. And therefore the Sma says, what does that mean? If we're assuming he's being a rational human being, it means that he's leaving enough for himself so that he could sustain himself and his family for how long? Forever. And he's leaving a rational amount. Just another example of Chazal and their approach to rational financial planning. We're assuming even a person on his deathbed, he's thinking clearly, he knows he may die, but he also understands that if he's going to stay alive, he needs to keep his base so that he can sustain himself and his family in a mechubad and proper manner. Shalom.